Welcome back to another video on Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Derf, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So, alright, I had a little bit of an issue, as you can see, with the power. It's going down. It's going. It's getting better. It's getting better. But. So, let's go right from the beginning. What ended up happening is, I don't even know where I left off with showing you, but I've still been working on redoing my whole factory, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go with factory because I have lack of a better term. But yeah, where were we? I mean, there's a lot going on here now. So I made these guys, right? The microcrystalline component, right? I don't know if you've seen the prisms. I don't remember where I left off, to be honest. So I might be repeating myself, and I'm not too sure. I made these guys. What are they? Super magnetic rings. I also ringed my planet around with the ray receivers on one side, and the other side I'm still working on. You were well aware of this, and here's where my issue was, or is, still an issue. And that's what we're addressing today. So the hydrogen filled up, and when it filled up, I stopped producing graphene. I didn't pick up on it, so when it stopped producing the graphene, it stopped making the solar sails. And I had like 17,000 in here, and they all just died. And then all of a sudden I had no power, and I had no idea what was going on. It took me a little bit to figure out. Oh, that's another thing I did. I got this thing. I just finished this one. This one, a particle container. That one I just finished setting up. Let's see. Where else? Dun 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 dun. Up and over. Alright. Nope, you've seen that. Oh, yeah, I got these computer chips too. Alright, so that one's done. It's all backed up. Doing good on all that. Where was the solar sails? Oh, we were just next to them, huh? Yep, my bad. Right here. So the solar sails, they emptied out completely. And when they did that, that made this thing empty out. And then everything ran out, and I didn't even know it ran out. So as it stands right now, we're going all right. They're going. They're putting them in the orbit. I know I can get up to a good 17,000, so I'm just holding off on that. Whoop. Okay, cool. Come on down. All right. Yeah. So this guy, hydrogen. This is a problem. I knew it was a problem, and I was holding off on fixing the problem, but it's I can't hold off anymore, right? This thing backs up. I mean, look at this thing. I put all this in here just so I could legitimately just delete it and then put it back up. I don't really have a good solution to this problem, right? I mean, it's going to hold quite a bit before it backs up. So I'm going to monitor it for now. I don't know exactly how I want to handle it, but I'll show you what I did come up with in a moment. First, I'm going to go ahead and get lost. Where are you? Oh man, it's over there. So let's go to number 1. I finished that planet too. Yeah, I ran around the whole planet. I'll just show you. We'll head there. Alright, so. I think I say so too much, by the way. Anyway, point is, I've ran around this whole planet and set up everything. So all the ores on this planet now are officially being done. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? Alright. So what I've done here now, let's see. So all the ores are done. Plain and simple. Let's go back to the guy. Pick up this mess. I didn't know this, but on the other planet, I have all of my systems hooked up with both the logic drones and the logic vessels. So the vessels will travel from planet to planet. But what I didn't know is that the 50 that you have in, say, this ore one, they will also go and deliver on top of the other 50 coming and picking them up. So I think that's what fixed my ore issue. Just by adding all of the Logitech drones in each one. Now there's 100 of them basically running back and forth now, which is good, and it worked out to my advantage on that. Now I'm only down to one more messy planet, and that's number 4 here. Also, I'm ringing the 3rd planet. I'm not quite done yet, putting those little orbital things, but I got a good amount. I'm about halfway done, and I don't need any more, so I just kind of stopped where I was. Alright, here's the old factory. I kind of cut it off. Not entirely, apparently, but I pulled out all the drones in them, so I don't know how this thing's still getting... Oh, because it's still asking. Okay, storage. Storage. Alright. I'm trying to kill this thing off, but I don't know what to do with all these items. I don't really want to play the movement game of moving each one, but I want to clean this up. I want to make it look much, much neater. But we have this, alright? Here is another one. I'm going to... Well, we're not going to do it yet. I've set this up before. This thing is producing our... what is this called? Dang it. It's producing the refined oil, and it is producing the hydrogen. Now what happened was, this one of course backed up with hydrogen as well, and when it did that, the sulfuric acid backed up as well, because it didn't produce anything, because it needed it. These things didn't come in, and thus cascaded a problem of not producing the bars, and yeah. I mean, all in all, on the manufacturing planet now, I pretty much got all of this done, right? All of this stuff is all done. Now, I come across the bars. I need to get sulfuric acid there. That's a big thing. I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. And then, what's the other thing I've not done? Plastic and organic crystal. And this guy right here, I didn't do him yet either. The carbine nanotube, nor did I do any of these things right here. Those or the foundations. None of that is done. But majority of this stuff is. I'm kind of down to the point now where I'm dealing with the liquids, and I'm not too sure how I want to handle it. But I figured before I even try and tackle that, because I want to do it on this planet, but the planet's a big mess, and I don't know. I wanted to get rid of the hydrogen, and this is what I've come up with. Alright, I don't know if this is even going to work. I'm not going to lie, I definitely started watching some YouTube videos because I could not figure out what to do with this hydrogen. And the only videos I could find is to use it for power, and before you do that, try and get that, what's it called? Deuterium? Try and get the deuterium out of it. Yeah, I know. You know, I just don't want to advance until I'm able to keep producing. Like right here, this is the next thing I want to go for. I want to start making the frames, right? But I want to set up a nice little factory, just like I've been doing, to do frames. But in order to do that, I need the titanium bars, and I don't have enough. I don't have the titanium bars set up because of the liquids, and the liquids have a problem with the hydrogen. So this thing right now is set up to receive hydrogen. It's on demand and local. I've canceled everything in my whole galaxy over here so that nothing is going in. Right, there is nothing calling for hydrogen except for this in a moment. So, supply it. That should go. By the way, check it out. Ready? Watch. You put the 50 in. Now they're taking them. Right? Yeah, I could prove to you now. So those 50 are now going to take the hydrogen over here. And then these 50 are going to go pick up hydrogen. And I think that's how I solved my issue. So it works that way. Now, this setup, here we go. I don't know if this is going to work, to be honest. We're going to see in a moment. So I'm going to set this up so it pulls out the hydrogen. Now it's going to go nice and slow. Alright? And that nice and slow means these things are going to start going through. It's got a 1% chance as that thing starts running. To get through here, it's going to ring right around in a circle, and it's going to come back and going to keep going in this line. Now the hope is that over time, as they pass through, it's going to have a limited amount. Now if I need to put more in, then I can just upgrade that tier 1 sorter so that I can pull them in faster. The other thing I was going to do... Oh, look, see, we're already getting some of the deuterium. Nice. So we're already up to 3. The other thing I'm going to play around with here is, come on. Change that so that that's on hydrogen. And now these guys are going to start running. And it's going to produce me some level of power. Right? But it's going to just back up. And this thing's just going to ring around in a circle. So I was hoping I'd get some nice aesthetically pleasing setup that might actually do me some good. So this thing just rings around the center here. I forgot how many are actually here, but there's quite a few. The only thing that messed me up is this crude oil. And there's another one up there too. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. That's what the planet has, so we gotta just go with it. Now, I don't know if this thing's ever gonna back up or not. I don't know if I want to add more into it. I don't know if this thing's gonna ring around. I honestly have no idea if this is gonna work. I'm just curious. I'm gonna let it run and see what happens. And I hope the plan works. I hope it's a good way to ditch some of this hydrogen right now. I'm aware of this, right? So we can get this miniature particle collider, and that will convert 10 hydrogen into that I don't know, whatever. I pronounced it early, I think, maybe. I suck at this. Yeah, words, hard. All right, anyway. But in order to do this thing, I need those frames, and I need the bars. I have to set that part of the factory up. I'm just not there yet. Ooh, here we go. It's coming over. Nope. Nope. And then now this thing's going to ring around. The only thing I think I should do here is set this up to a slower belt. I'm thinking 1s. Alright, hold on. Stop it. What do we want? We want some iron and some gears. What do we have here? No gears, no gears. Notice I'm missing that. Where's the gears at, man? There we go. We'll go for... Wow. Whatever. That's cool. And we'll take that. Alright, and then we'll hit like 10 of those, whatever. It's cool. Okay. Where are we? We're over here. So I want to take this so this part slows down a little bit. So there's like this little... We're going to have to work on exacts. But I do want this thing to be a little bit slower. And I can always pick up the pace. You know? So I want them to get backed up a little bit. Right? I don't want this thing to be so full that it's not even remotely processing. But I do want it fast enough that it's got a line going at all times. And I don't know the best way to do that except for trial and error. So, this is what I'm going to set it up as for now. Oh, check it out. It made it. So these guys are all full. Right? And it's just going to keep ringing around and using up power. I don't know how much power I've gained, but probably not a whole lot. The other thing I can do, right, if I really want to, is I can layer it back. Right? And just connect the two. So now this thing will just start getting the hydrogen, so I can double it up like that. I'm not for that just yet, but it is an option that I can do to get rid of the hydrogen. So I'm going to let it hang out. I really hope that this thing works. We're going to see. I'm going to see if this thing starts to fill up at all. Just got to let it run. I got to see. I mean, this thing's already full, but let's go over here now and let's go check this thing out. Is it pulling enough to make a difference? Where was it? By the way, I'm also not looking forward to this planet. It's such a mess. I don't know if I really want to like tackle this planet and clean it up like I've done the other planets or not. Alright, so it did go down. It went down, but I mean, there's this massive backlog. I don't know. There is such a backlog here. I need to keep producing this refined oil. That one set up. Yeah. I need that refined oil. I don't know if I want to keep everything on this planet now or move it like I have the other ones. I don't know if I need to set that stuff up. I got to figure all that out still. But there we go. This thing's starting to fill up. It'll be a whole line of just things eating our hydrogen. And I think I want to put a little bit more on here. How about I do this? How about I just forcibly throw some on? Alright. We can throw a whole bunch in there to really start this process, get it going. Alright. Hopefully it does it. We're up to 100 now. I'm probably even going to have to take this and kind of move this out of the way because we're going to need a lot of that. I was glancing at the tree. This guy, it needs 10 of them, right, to make those. And then to make those, we need it for these. And then we need it for the green cubes as well. So yeah, we definitely need a lot of this stuff. So it's good to start it earlier, even earlier than I did. I'm actually starting it late. I'm kind of playing it very slow. But yeah, we'll see. I just gotta let this thing run. I hope that this works. I hope that this solves the hydrogen issue. We're gonna find out in due time. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna intentionally add a bunch to this. Oh, wait. I've been adding handfuls, but it's starting to do it. All right. It's starting to do the backup that I wanted. All right, it took a while. All right, I added a couple thousand into it just to get it to do this. Right? So we want this thing to still be running, so this is too slow. That is much too slow for what we want. I need it to go faster. At least it won't. So the whole point of this is that it won't be able to add another one in. So until we start to lose what we have, it's not going to add any more. Except I think I might have made this just a little bit too big. Come on, upgrade. What do you mean, lack of item? What are you talking about? I have them. Why can we not upgrade? I don't want to do the whole chain. Do I need to... Oh, I gotta go to the number 2 first, huh? Okay. Alright. So then let's do that. We'll grab some of these guys up. We'll see if we can just upgrade this thing to number 2, if that'll do it. Oh, well, you know what? No, it's kind of working its way out. Hey, I don't know. I just added a whole bunch to it. I kind of forced the system to run faster. Oop. Maybe it wasn't ready. Okay, hold on. So nope. Now there's a gap, so it's going to start adding more in. So it definitely still could use some more in the system. Alright, I don't want to force too much more into it, because then I'll just mess it up. I need it to run its course, and I gotta see if this thing ever catches up. We might even... Actually, we'll just do this. So that's gonna take 2. Yeah. You know what? How about if we put that into a 3? We're just going to try it out. You know what? Worst case that's going to happen is I'm going to have to redo this. So it's going to bring them over a lot faster. But I'm hoping that the conveyor belt number 1 will slow everything down so it doesn't put too much in. And then we got to sit here. And this has to have at least some items in it, but it still needs to be passing. I don't want it to be stuck in a line. I want these things to be constantly moving around, so that they're always circling. It's like this could hold a little bit more. So we could add a little more to the system. So yeah, we're gonna let it roll. We're gonna let this thing happen with the number 3. See if it doesn't slow down enough that it barely adds any in. We are producing. We're up to 1,600. Hasn't even been that long. So yeah. Hey. That's all the time I have for this one. And if you want to know if this thing truly works, don't forget to keep watching, because I'll keep giving you an update on if this is truly working or not. But that's that. I'm Amidurf, and I'll see you guys in the next one.